Okay, it just so happens that with this length book, I really needed 3 12 by 12s in order to get it all the way across. So, I just happened to have one. It's one of the Graphic 45 papers, the Birdsong papers, the Longevity, and it's the birds. The other side looks like this, which I love, but with the birds on the front, I just thought this would be kind of okay, and so that's what I'm gonna do. So I went off crafting with some new friends, and I gotta make sure that I put all my stuff away. But I went crafting with some new friends, and hi Tammy and Marie. It was a lot of fun. Just trying to get everything put away. Everything put away is not easy. Okay, so I am going to cut 2 of these together, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to figure out the last little piece or not, but I've got my cut. Hopefully I won't screw it up, because if I screw it up, I'm screwing up both of them. No pressure. Okay. And now they're exactly the same size, which is always a wonderful thing. And I'll do the little quarter with my, okay, yeah, and see, then I have this little section over here, and I don't know, I'm gonna have to cut out just a teeny piece because I don't want them going all, huh? You know what? This would work. This would because they do all go in separate. There's still some that are, yeah. So I could do that. I wouldn't have to cut so many of these bad boys. Yeah, and it's busy enough that I don't know. Huh, okay. I'm going to think on that. Let's see. Is there a place where this is going to match up? Yeah, right there. Okay. As much as I hate to cut into a piece of paper, and it only needs to come over to about here. Okay. Let me see what I can do here. And where's my pencil mark? Where's my pencil mark? Can't find it. I don't know where I was marking now. There it is. Yay! I found it. And I lost it again. There it is. Okay. Alright. Now, Okay. I've lost it. And you would think, after studying it this song, that I would be able to find it again, but did I flip it around? Alright, let's see. Huh. Everything. I wonder if I cut it on the wrong side. I think I did. Yeah, I did. Oh well, what the hey. I'm just gonna mark it there. And mark it there. Yes, I cut it on the wrong one. Let's double check. I do fine here. Oh, I cut it too short. For heaven's sakes. Did I grab it? No, I didn't grab the wrong one. Okay. Since I did this again, I am going to make it work. Get it? Almost. Sorry guys, this is about as exciting as watching paint dry, I know. There we go. I think I now have the one side the same. Yay! So I just laid this on top of this and cut. And that way, you know, you pretty much can't go wrong. Alright, and then I'm going to choose how... There. There we go. All that for this little teeny piece. It was a lot of work to get that. That was a lot of work to get that. Okay. Now, let me get my 1/4 inch tape. Remember one thing, a tip for you guys that use score tape is don't stretch it. If you ever put score tape on something and notice that the edges are pulling up, you know, the top and the bottom edges are pulling up, it's because you stretch the score tape onto your paper. You want to lay it nicely down on the paper, you don't want to stretch it. Yeah, there you go. Little tip. Little tippy tip. There it is. Okay. I'm gonna flip this over. And I can tell I didn't burnish very well. Well, I don't think I burnished at all, actually. Okay, now I'm going to burnish. Okay. And because I'm going to be putting this on material, I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac again. Okay, so I'm going to be laying the Fabri-Tac about a 1/4 of an inch away from the edge, because it'll squish, and then I'm gonna just run it up and down here. And you notice I only put it to the one side of the first what do you call it? Yeah. Right before the spine. We'll get to the first spine. Get off of my fingernails. And one thing about Fabri-Tac is it does not make your paper wrinkle. It's an acetone-based glue, hence the reason why I'm trying to keep it off my fingernail polish. It doesn't wrinkle your paper. Okay, so now I am going to take a little more Fabri-Tac and I'm going to put it right down inside that hinge right before the spine. And now I'm putting glue down the spine. There we go. And then right before the score mark. So now I'm going to find that score mark and I'm going to push the paper in there and then move the paper over onto the glue. Just trying to make this a nice, nicely finished. And I did just tear the paper. So you really need to be careful that you don't push too hard. This is still going to work. I will just be putting something in all the edges, all of where all the pieces come together. I'm going to put more glue on both sides. I think one reason why a lot of people use the Fabri-Tac is because it doesn't, your paper does not wrinkle. So if you're working with light color, you know, light paper, easily rip through paper, it's super nice to use the Fabri-Tac. Super nice to use the Fabri-Tac. And then I'm finding the next one. I'm just pushing the glue around a few spots where it's coming out. One thing is with the applicator on the Fabri-Tac, you don't get as good as control as you do with some glues. Okay. And again, we're going to put this right into that score mark, or you know, the space that's in between this back cover and the space that is this next little spine area. And we've gotten off kilter just a smidge. I'm just giving it a little pull before it gets too dry. Okay, and I'm going to put this down in that space between the final hinge and this front piece that's going to come up. There we go. A little bit of push. And yeah, let's get this down a little bit. Pull that down. Pull it down. Okay, and then my piece of paper that I cut for this. There we go. Okay, so let me just put some glue on this bad boy. So if you want to wait to cut this until after you've done, because I didn't take into account all the little hinges, I'm still fine. Okay, and one thing also nice about this is when it dries, you're going to be able to get those bits and pieces of glue off of there. So now we're just going to there we go. And then this. And this. Okay, so there we go. There is our really nicely ready to go album. I love it. Okay, all right guys, that is the first thing. Now we're going to go back to regular art glitter glue, and we're going to take my pages. Now remember, the pages are brown. However, I don't totally dislike the pages on this, but once you cover the pages, you're really not going to see much of the brown anyway. Now I know I have 5 pages, all the same, folded the same way. I'm going to make the back one, the middle one, and the front one flip. So it'll be 2 flips, no flips, 2 flips, no flips, and a flip. Or you can do it the other way around, where you have a flip for the first, 2 no flips, flip for the second, or 2 flips there, no flips, 2 flips, no flips. I think I'll do it that way. Okay, so going to use some score tape. Let's see, this first one is going to be just fine. And then we're just going to lay our, let's see if this will work, lay our pages down. Huh. Oh, good heavens. Okay. Now, I don't put my glue on my score tape. I know some people do, and that's fine. I just feel like it will kind of not work as well. Now, I am going to put this centered. And right up against the edge. And there we go. I think that's nice and straight. Double check this. Yep, that is nice and straight. I cannot believe it. T-rulers have come in quite handy. Let me make sure I didn't squish anything out. Okay, so there's that first one. And now we've got that one that way. This one's going to go this way. So we're just going to butt these two guys right up against each other. Okay, so that will be really super nice. Alright. Oh no, I'm not going to do that, because then I'll end up with, I'm just flipping this around. So this is just going to be butt up. So I will have a 1/2 inch in between each page. I don't want to do that other, well, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking. So the ones that we flipped around, we're just going to change the orientation of the 1/2 inch flap. How do you like that for big words? Big words. Hopefully this video is not too awfully boring for you, because good lordy, lordy, lordy. I don't know how entertaining I am. I know I'm being silly. Okay, and then we're just buttoning this right up. Right up there. Now it may want to slide underneath. Don't allow it to slide underneath. Also make sure you're lining it up. Okay. Really nice. Really nice. Okay, give it another little burnish there. Okay. Now, this one we're going to have flap and flap. So, And remember here, don't stretch your score tape. Don't do it. Don't do it, I tell ya. It can, you know, it warps your paper, so it can throw you off a little bit, especially when you're trying to lay things in a nice flat line. But this is nice, really nice cardstock, so it doesn't get off quite as easily. I'm just going to line this up again and lay it right down. Lay these down on top and smush. Once I see that it's, you know, top and bottom really nice. Yes. Very nice. Very nice. Give this another little smusharoonie. Okay, and then here we're going to be doing, flip this around so the score is, the half-inch flap is on the side without the flap. Put score tape down. Burnish nicely. Lift that puppy up. Fold that puppy back over this way and give it a little glue action going on here. Okay, so we've got no pocket, no flap, no flap. Together, together, together. They're always together. Oh. Touch that down a little lightly. Beautiful. Push. Okay, that's why you want to flip over as soon as you can so you see that you're not going to be getting. And then we're doing flip to flip, so it's flip to flip. Flip to flip to flip to flip to. Okay, and if you ever get to where you didn't get any tape on the end, just put your glue along that edge there where you didn't get score tape. You don't have to worry about trying to get just a little teeny piece of score tape down. Not a problem. Okay, and then here's our last one. We're just gonna angle that right up in there. Lay it down. See how we're doing? Beautiful. Lift that up just a smidge. Oops. Sorry, I moved y'all. I moved y'all. Okay. All right. And that gets me right to the edge of the spine. So it's perfect. So here we go. Close this up. And there is all of our papers. Now the back piece is against the inside cover, but probably here all I'm going to do is put a big pocket and you know, have a few tags in there. There is, you know, about 1/8 of an inch leeway there to a 1/4 of an inch, but there we go, guys. And we're going to have a tie that is going to go around here, and so we'll, you know, so not to have to worry about anything else that's going to keep this closed. All right, okay. All right, guys, there's first installment. Talk to you later. Okay, we're gonna see if we can design, whoops, and get one page done here. So these are 6 inches, remember? So I've got this, the other side of one of these, and I'm gonna make a pocket. So when I flip this around, this will be a pocket. Okay, so I'm just going to line this up, pull it off just a little bit, and get my pencil, and I'm just going to be about 1/4 of an inch. No, you know what? I'm going to go a little further back. I'm going to go about 1/2 an inch away. I don't want to get so close that I have problems. So all right. So I'm just gonna put glue here, here, and here. We're just gonna, actually, I think I would rather make it a nicer pocket. Let's see, and put yeah, that's what I want to do. And I don't have any scraps yet, so I'll be cutting this one. I want let's see, what do I got here? 4.5, so 3.5. Give me a 1 inch strip. I think that's what this was, right? 3.5, yes. Okay, now I want 1 inch strip, so let's just do it this way. There we go. And I think now I can do it. Okay. So I'll kind of set that off to the side, knowing that that is the right size. Oh, what was that? There we go. Try that. I had to try that one again. Jumped all over the place. Alright. Now this is going to make a much nicer pocket, one that's going to be a little more usable, for lack of a better word. And the only part that I don't like about these particular pages where you've got your page and your hook and your hinge on is that you're pretty much working in your book all the time, and I just find it harder to keep it from being damaged. And that tends to be about the only thing I really worry about. Okay, did I cut that? Let me cut just a sliver. I just cut the tip off so that it wouldn't stick out. Alright, so I'm going to glue this down. Ooh, put way more glue on there than I thought I did. Alright. Make sure it's right to the end. It doesn't have to be the end at the bottom, but you want it right to the edge on the top. All right. There we go. Now, this thing drives me nuts sometimes. So, alrighty. So this one I'm having to kind of feel with my finger that I've got it on the edge because I can't see unless I put my head in the camera, which I know you guys don't, you know, particularly mind. I don't when somebody says, oh, I'm sorry my head's in the camera, but you know, because for the most part I can see what they're doing. Okay. There we go. Now we're going to put some glue on here. Glue across here. All right. And we're going to line it up corner to corner. And push it down, push it down. All right. Now that is giving us a nice usable pocket. Okay. Now I have chosen this to be my first page. Get this bottle tip cleaned up here a little bit. The first page of the book is to kind of set the tone, and you know, as if the front cover hasn't done that already. But it's bigger than 6 inches. These, you know, main characters that I really want to get on there. So I am going to just eyeball here and see about getting as much of it on so that it all still makes sense. So I'll get my pencil there and there, and I'm just going to cut that all the way across. Okay, let's see where we're set here. Very nice. And then let's see, get a page under here so I can see which one I'm actually looking at. There we go. And I'm just putting a line right there. Get this cut. All right. Make sure I've got that nice. Yes. Okay. Now, what color? I had thought about doing just the edges in gold. But this is pigment ink, and you know, it's not going to dry super fast. It does do just the edge, in the gold, which I thought would be really pretty, but it doesn't give me any you know, any shading of any kind. So I have to think about this for a minute. But I like the edges as gold, but again, there's nothing, it's just on the edge. So I'm going to leave that right there. Let's see what this is. That's kind of nice right there. Since that flower got cut off, I think I might put that there. And what here? Let's see. Let's see. Now you're going to see some of what's on this page here. So maybe I will pick up, let's see, maybe I will pick up some of the turquoise. So let's see some of these waves. So we have the waves here. This will be closed, and this will be here. You'll only see this much. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. I like that. Okay. Now I still need to, maybe if I get a brown. Let's see. I want brown though. I don't want. Let's see. What do I have? What do I have? Okay, I have a Memento Rich Cocoa. Let's see. Let me get a little piece of this lighter colored paper here. And let's see. That is very, very dark. I don't want that. I want kind of a lighter, a little softer brown, but I don't want vintage photo. That's too red. So what else do I have? Well, I have this one. Let me try this. Okay. All right, let's see. Let me try this and see what I'm gonna like it or not. Yeah, I think maybe I might like that. It's not too dark. Not too dark. The only thing is I don't want to cover up my gold that I just stuck on there. So I'm just touching the top of the page. But I still have my gold. I still have my gold. Alright, so I like that. That just finishes off the page a little bit. Yes. But I'm not sticking it down just yet because I'm just not. I'm gonna pencil, 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 pencil. We're gonna line this up where it needs to be and make a mark. And then we're gonna line this up where it needs to be and make a mark. Okay. Very good. Let's see now. So it's going to be twice as much work, I think, but I'm going to like having that gold, just a little hint of gold on the edges. And remember, if you use something like this, it's pigment ink, so it takes a few minutes to really dry. And because there's some wet, it's seeping into, which I don't mind, seeping into the corners. You can even touch the corners a little bit on some of the pages. There'd be a little gold there. Okay. So, and I need to get this one done. See, now this isn't, it doesn't spread or stay on the, it's a dye ink, but it's not like Tim Holtz. I don't know, it just seems to take a little bit more ink to get it to do what the Tim Holtz inks do. So, anyway. Alright. Okay, so I've got this piece, and that will also help tags to go in nice and smoothly since I'm putting it in after I put my pocket in. So I've got this piece here, this piece here, I think I'm just going to do another little piece here. Now why does that look like it's, I mean it was cut off the same piece, but it looks longer. Oh no, it was not cut off. Okay, so let me see here. I need my pencil. I need this to go right here. And I'm gonna, okay, let me get an eraser and erase this mark. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, same thing. Alright, so now I got all the pieces and parts for this page. Let's see what I want to do. I think I'd like to have a piece that came around and closed. I've got the room to do it in, and I've got a lot of these little what you call these things? Man, chipboard pieces. I just have to find one that's small enough. That's certainly not going to be small enough. Because I could get it down, but it would never get out of the way. Get out the way. Let's see here. What do I have? What do I have that I could use? I have lots of stuff. I just have to think outside the box a little bit. Think outside the box a smidge. And if okay, so none of these are going to work. None of these. Let me see if I have something. Ah! In my little box of goodies here. Don't seem to have anything that's black, and that's really what I would want. Yeah, I've got pastels of those. I don't have, and I've got like silver. I don't even have like a nice gold that I'm seeing. What's this one? Oh, that'll work. Okay, now I just need, so I think I have, I gotta move all these Jihujan things. No, those are teeny tiny ones. Let's see. Gold. Right there. Okay. Make the, oh, I forgot to put those in there. Okay, so we're going to place, stick that there. I'm going to place this where we're going to want it to be. Just like that. Move this. Flip this back over. Alright. Gonna want it centered, top and bottom, and I'm just eyeballing it, which, yeah, right about there. Just gonna stick a little hole there. Don't let it move. Pick this back up, and I'm just gonna push a little hole through there. Because it's just going through this first Oops. Well, let's try this again. This is when I'm amazed with people with longer fingernails than I have do this so quickly. There we go. Okay. And that's gonna work. Let's just double check it. Yeah, there we go. I like it. Okay. But I'm not sure I'm thinking that this is done yet. Huh. Well, I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. I just don't know. Actually not blown away by a lot of the that's pretty, or something like that. Let's see. Here's another one. Kind of liking that one, not that one. No. Besides, they don't have double holes, so I can't run ribbon through them. But I could make a hole. No. That's too flowery. There's no holes in that one. Well, not got a whole heck of a lot of options here. Got a keyhole. That one doesn't make any sense to me at all. Huh. Well, people. What's this one? Well, now that one I kind of like. Okay. So, huh. I would have preferred to have a one with double holes, and I could just run a ribbon through it, top to bottom. But this is just one hole, and if it really needs to be top. I suppose I could put a large brad in there. It's the only one I see that makes any sense. This one's too much color. Let's see. Let's see what we've got in here. Now I have this gold brad that would work. And hold that right there. Do I want that? Let me open this up and lay it here and see what I think. Do I like that? Yeah. Yeah, I think I do. Just gonna put that right here. Like that? Yes. Okay. Alright. And it's going to be left open so that pictures can be put underneath it. And then we're going to have that for closure, this here, and this here. So, everything's been edged. Oop. And yeah, we're good to go. We are good to go. All right. Okay, there's the one piece. And let's see. I'm going to do something a little different with this. Hold on just a second here. This is what I have. Let's see. I think this is about the same color as that. Just to break it up a little bit. I think that's even. Okay. And let's burnish it down really, really, really well. Okay, flip this around here. Normally I glue it down, but since I'm flipping the ends, I'm not too worried about it going anywhere. And I think that gives it just a little extra something. Okay, it breaks up the green. So remember washi tape. Everybody's got washi tape, and some people use it and some people don't. I should say everybody's got washi tape, but it's pretty easy to find, and it's just a nice added thing that you can very easily put on something. Okay. Come on, get down in there. There we go. There we go. And by staying with like 2 papers for this one page, you're not making anything crazy, silly. You're not having to think too hard about matching 4 or 5 different papers. to this one small area. So just because there's 4 or 5 different areas that you need to cut paper for, doesn't mean you have to use different papers in that space. Yeah, I mean, you certainly can. I'm not saying you can't, but I'm just saying that in order to, you know, minimize your anxiety about, oh my gosh, you know what, I can't pick 4 or 5 papers that match. So there's our first page. Very cute. Very cute. I like that. I like it a lot. And I'll wait till I start having some scraps to cut my tags with. Alright, so there's the first page, guys. Thank you so much. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you won't miss any of these pages that are coming up. Bye.